everyone. We are Team 3, PinkBlack. Our team has Claire, Ivy, Jay, Mona, and Yuri. Today we'll talk about competing in a global context. Here's our content. We will cover the background of the organization, expansion plan, background of the expansion sites, SWOT analysis of the destination, recommendations, and conclusion. First of all, the background of organization. We chose Harbour Air as our expansion company. It was founded in British Columbia in 1982. Originally, the founders set up the company to serve the forest industry. With the development of tourism and improving requirements for the transportation, companies start to offer flights for the visitors to transfer along the coast of BC. And now, it is one of the largest ocean airline in the world. In 2007, Harbour Air Seaplane Company became North America's first fully carbon-neutral airline. Nowadays, the company has more than 40 aircraft and over 400 employees. And on December 11, 2019, the new E-Plane, which is an all-electronic seaplane, will be put in use. The target market of Harbour Air are the business and leisure travelers. The company offers shuttle bus for its customers. For the business travelers, the seaplane is a kind of highly efficient transportation tool along the coast of BC because it will cut down their time spent in traffic. And for the leisure travelers, they can have sightseeing tour in the air to look down the landscape of British Columbia. There are over 30,000 flights to transfer on average of 500,000 passengers per year. Next, I will pass to Yuri to talk about our expansion plan.
So now talking about the expansion plan. Our expansion plan is taking Harbour Air to Spain, where there is no commercial seaplane flights. The idea here is that there will be seaplanes flights from Barcelona to multiple destinations, which will be covered in this presentation, into the next slide. But the main route is going to be from Barcelona to Palma de Mallorca in the Balearic Islands. The target market of our expansion plan is tourists and business people. Tourists because Barcelona and Palma de Mallorca are two strong tourist destinations and also have a lot of business. And also this expansion plan will give opportunities and options for transportation as there's not many options of transportation to Palma de Mallorca. And it's a accessible flight. It only takes 50 minutes. And it's a way to avoid airports. And it's located in city centers. So now let's talk about some operations detail. So the cost of those trip will be 150 to 200 euros round trip. The destinations will be Barcelona, Palma, Ibiza, Valencia, and Marseille in France. The flights will be in each 20 minutes to Barcelona and Ibiza and Palma. To the other destination, Valencia and Marseille, will be 30 minutes each. People will have the opportunity to purchase tickets online and also at our seaports. You will need to be there at our seaports 20 minutes before the flights leave. Regards to regulations of seaplanes in Spain, we were not able to find what are the regulations, but we believe that we'll need some licenses and need to fit in some of the laws regards to seaplane operations in Europe. The flights will be annually. We'll have more flights in summer as it's peak time in Europe for tourists. Currently, Harbour Air is launching and testing some electric E-planes. We are thinking about bringing that to Europe with our expansion plan, but it will depend on the results of the tests. So we can bring something like 10 E-planes, but again, it will depend on the results. So now talking about the experience that our customers would face, we want to provide a pleasant experience and pleasant environment to everybody, being as efficient as possible, but in a sustainable way. This picture shows how happy our customers are with our service, and we want to bring that with our expansion plan. With our expansion plan, it would save people time, because if they want to go to Palma de Mallorca, for example, in Europe, there are only two options, which is ferry that takes about 6 hours, and by airplane, which can take up to 4 hours, as you have to go to the airport, you have to go through security and all that airport process. With our harbor expansion plan, you will need to be there at our seaport before the flight leaves, about 20 minutes. The flight takes 15 minutes and will be arrived at city center. So that's really accessible. That's really comfortable, and people will feel happy because they fit. It fit with their requirements, and now they will have a better experience at the city that they are staying at.
Next, I will introduce the sites that our company chose to expand. They are Barcelona and Palma. Firstly, we choose Barcelona as the starting point for the flight route because Barcelona is the 20th city of international tourist visit, and also ranks the 5th popular city in Europe for visiting. It attracts millions of visitors every year, and Barcelona is the second largest city in Spain with a population of 1.6 million. And in terms of the city GDP in the European Union, Barcelona is the 4th economic city and the fastest growing European city. Barcelona has a pleasant climate for most of the year. The most attractive month is from May to the end of July. The climate in September is also good. During this period, people can experience the best climate of Barcelona in the year. The climate in October and November is still relatively comfortable. From November to February, although the temperature has become lower, only about 12 degrees centigrade on average, there are often sunny days. The main target market of our seaplane company are the business travelers and leisure travelers, and the fact that Barcelona has a history of hosting famous conferences and business events has proved very beneficial to our expansion plan here. According to the report, in 2011, Barcelona annually attracts 7.4 million visitors, including 50% leisure visitors and 42% business visitors. As Barcelona's unique culture, entertainment, sports, and artistic influences make it one of the most successful urban brands in the world, so whether the consideration is based on Barcelona's tourism, economy, climate, and market demand, we think that Barcelona is a city that is a good fit for the expansion plan of our seaplane company. Then I'm going to introduce another destination for the flight route, which is Palma de Mallorca. Palma is a major city and harbor in the southwest of Mallorca. Also, Palma is the capital and the largest city of the Balearic Islands in Spain. The sunny weather of more than 300 days per year in Palma is very conducive to the development of local tourism. It is the economic and the cultural center of Mallorca and a perfect place for travelers to explore the island's many gold and white beaches. Many tourists are attracted to the historic center of the area, full of ancient churches, castles, and museums. According to the research, Barcelona is 256 kilometers from Palma, and it takes about an hour flight from Barcelona to Palma. So overall, we believe that the geographic conditions of both destinations are very suitable for our expansion plan.
Now let's move on to SWOT analysis. SWOT refers to strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. A comprehensive SWOT analysis will become a useful tool to help the company find out the most appropriate strategy for further development, as well as the most feasible solution to overcome any existing or potential issues. Talking about the strengths for the destinations, first of all, both Barcelona and Palma are popular destinations in the world. Barcelona has lots of historic buildings, landmarks, cultural attractions, and a well-known football club. It's basically the combination of everything tourists are looking for. Palma is a resort island with white sand and blue sky. Besides the beautiful beaches, Palma also has aged Gothic architecture that attracts millions of travelers come to visit. The second strength is Spain itself. As a developed tourism country, Spain has strong competitiveness and a good reputation for its overall tourism image. Last but not least, there are various options from Barcelona to Palma to fit different people's needs. For example, people can take 9.5 hours by car, 7.5 to 8 hours by ferry, an hour for non-stop flight, and 15 minutes by our harbor air. Then let's move on to weaknesses. The first weakness is over-tourism issue. Too many tourists visit Barcelona and Palma all year round, especially during peak seasons. The over-tourism issue not only causes inconvenience to the locals, but also reduces the overall travel experience for the visitors. The second weakness is potential language barrier. The region of Catalonia has 2 official languages, which are Spanish and Catalan. Therefore, foreign travelers may challenge with language barrier, as not everyone is fluent in English. Now let's talk about the opportunities. The first opportunity is great visa benefits for most tourists. Visitors from North America could stay in Spain for up to 90 days without applying for the visa. Besides that, as the most common visa for Europe, Schengen visa also benefits majority of visitors travel to Spain. The statistics shows that over 14.2 million people used their Schengen visa to travel around Europe in 2018. The second opportunity is Harbor Air provides more options for visitors to travel from Barcelona to Palma. Effective cooperation with cruise lines will benefit a lot on increasing local market share, as well as promoting local economic growth. Lastly, let's talk about the threats. The first threat is terrorism. Even though Spain is considered as a safe country in international standard, there are still terrorism situations around that draw attention of safety concerns. One of the serious accidents was a car crash happened on August 17, 2017. 14 people died and more than 100 people got injured. The second threat is anti-tourist activities. When the tourist flow reaches and beyond local capacity, over-tourism issue may lead to local residents to against visitors. The situation is even worse in some popular tourism destinations, such as Barcelona and Venice. Those threatening factors remind government and local tourism organizations to work together and come up with some effective solutions to deal with the issues as soon as possible.
Thanks, Claire. And now I'm going to talk about the recommendations about some potential issues that are gonna happen, as Claire mentioned in her part. So there are 3 ways can avoid or decrease the over-tourism problems. First of all, from company's perspective, we can advise our activities on low season. For example, to provide discount for groups on low seasons to attract customers that are not traveling on the peak season. Also, next, what we can do is to increase visitors' awareness during their traveling, and what we can do is provide educational programs of being more eco-friendly, and also we can offer the knowledge and the information that how to act as responsible travelers and become more sustainable for the tourists. So then is our sales company's regulations. For example, based on the data, we can adjust our tour dates and visit popular sites during non-working hours, and also limited the capacity per
day from our companies, and secondly, it is important that make each customers understand the information during the activity, which to avoid potential language barrier. Therefore, we can offer professional training for staffs to speak multiple languages. So in this way, to make sure no misunderstanding happen. So the last one is terrorism. As Claire mentioned before, although Spain can think as a safe country in the international standard, there still may occur terrorism attack somehow. So at the operations, we need to have most efficient and effective plans to make sure customers secure. Thus, we are going to have security protocols from ourselves, such as health insurance provided and a rescue team. And also what we can do is publicity with the government to create a positive company image and also the positive culture, local culture that can avoid this issue happen. And to our conclusion part, as all information is provided by our teammates and with our plan, we believe that harbor air in the both destinations can consider as a good choice for expansion company to customers, which also can bring benefits for both locals, community, and the economy. Once, when the start of our company, we hope tourists can engage with local culture and the experience of the customers are unique. Here is our presentation today. Hope you can enjoy and thanks for your attention. And if there are any questions, here is our reference list and thank you again.